Hey guys, today I'm going to do a demonstration on how to use the car, this Range Rover Sport. This is a 2020, but would work for a 2018 to 2020, even some earlier models, but mostly 2018 to 2022. So this specific one's a 2020. I'm just going to try to quickly show you how to use a few things, and how the keyless entry works. So right now the car is unlocked. I got the keys in my hand here, so locking the car, putting your finger in that little indentation right there will lock the doors. Then you grab the handle and it unlocks all the doors. If you don't walk up to the car, open a door within a certain amount of time, I think it's 30-45 seconds, it will automatically lock again. You also have on these optional power gesture tailgate, and so power gesture is on both sides. You have little sensors at the bottom here, and I'm just kicking my foot underneath and they open. They also close the same way, but it's just a swift kick. It's just one like that and that's it. In the back here on all the Sports, you'll have vents up there for your puppies or whatever you keep back here. You usually have a spare, either full size or reduced, but these buttons here will be to raise and lower the back end, so it will raise the air suspension. If I hold down the up, it will raise the air suspension here. And that just will make it easy to load things, or if you have a trailer hitch, it'll be easy to attach the trailer. As soon as you pull away, the car will self-level as well. So if it's loaded down, then it will level out. The tailgate is also adjustable, so if you had a lower garage, you can actually pull this down. Say you only want it to go to that height, you can hold this button down till you hear the beep from inside. There's the beep. And now tailgate will only open up to this height every single time. I'll show you the gesture on this side as well. And there it goes. Okay, let's see. Over here, memory settings, unlock, lock, auto up, down windows, and then you have kind of a panel here that'll light up whenever we start the car. So this panel here is going to have auto access height here. So this will drop the car whenever you pull up to pick somebody up. You can have it drop. You can hit that button there and it'll drop for you. This is child lock for windows and doors. This will fold the mirrors. Hit it again, they'll unfold. And then hitting the top left will control this mirror. Use a joystick here. And then this will adjust the mirror on the right hand side. And then if you're OCD like me, you can hit that button again and it clears out the orange lights so it's even. Your vents here, this closes the vent, this opens the vent. Down here you have the dimmer switch, so click that in, turn it left or right. And this is the tailgate operation. Your lights are on this side, this stalk on the left hand side. This is, you have front fog lights and rear fog lights, so if you were to turn your front fog lights on, then it shows right there on the left side that your parking lights are on, and then your fog lights in the front. And then if you want your rear fog lights on, I'll show you orange there. So that's how you turn your front and rear fog lights on and off. The lights here, for your headlights, put them in auto, let go, and now during the daytime and the nighttime, your lights are automatic. So daytime, your bright daytime running lamps or DRLs will be on, so people can see you. And you also have that nice Range Rover outline that's so famous with these trucks. And then this button here, the silver button, click that, and it's going to cycle through your trip info in the bottom right down here. Hold it down and it'll reset your trip. So you have distance to empty there. So that's what that little silver piece does at the end. On the right hand side we have the wipers. You pull it towards you, it sprays the windshield. You hit this one, it sprays the rear wiper, but also at the same time will spray the backup camera. So I'll put the car in reverse. Just backup camera. There it is. Spraying the backup camera at the same time that it's spraying the back window. So you have off, right, or down one, it gives you one wipe. You put it up one, goes to auto, then you adjust the sensitivity here. Now let's talk about the interactive driver display. So right now I have it set up in 2 dial and map in the info panel. So the way you do that is through the menu button here. So you can click menu, and then you see you have a directional pad here now that you can cycle through all the different categories. So at the top, you have display. You go down one, hit the down arrow, go to info panel, and info panel will change where that map is. So you can do media, driver assistance, trip summary, off-road info, or just off. You get the picture. You can always hit the back arrow here, and it'll take you back to the original category and like the first page of that. So layout, 2 dial, 1 dial, full map, media. 1 dial is nice as well. You got map on the right, and then you have media on the left. You have your digital speedometer in the middle. So you can customize that as well through left info panel and right info panel as well. So we're going to change the language here, by the way. Do English, US. So if you go over to vehicle settings, go back up to the category by just hitting the up arrow to the next category. Go down to security features. You can change audible lock warnings, as in if it beeps at you whenever you lock it. 2-stage unlocking will unlock only your driver's door if you hit it one time, or just grab the driver door handle. But if you hit the unlock button twice, it'll unlock all the doors. So a lot of people like that just for safety reasons. Just if you're by yourself and walking out to your car, only your driver door will open if you grab that handle. Drive-away locking, the car will lock for you at 5, 10, or 20 miles per hour, or off would mean that you manually lock the car. Exterior lights, you can change the delay whenever you turn the car off. This one is 30 seconds all the way up to like 5 minutes. Convenience, so you can have the mirrors dip on reverse, and whenever you put the car in reverse, it'll dip for you. Just drop down so you can see a little bit. Windows, global open and close, that's with a remote. You can hold down the, while the car's locked, I believe you can hold down the unlock button and it'll drop all the windows. Then if you lock the car and you want the windows to go up, you can hold down your finger on the little indentation on the door handle while the car's locked, and it'll raise the windows. Go back into menu here for convenience features, and then auto access height is also here. So auto access height is checked. That means that the car will drop for you because it's on air suspension, so it'll drop whenever you can put the car in park and you turn it off. And then it'll raise automatically whenever you pull away. Wiper settings, auto wipe. That's good. Vehicle info shows you your tire pressures, if you had an alarm recently, and then your VIN is also there, so that's convenient. You can click through the media source and change, Bluetooth, AM, FM. Your driver assistance stuff. So right now we had a car that does not have the Drive Pro package, so we're pretty limited on what we can do. But collision avoidance, we can change how sensitive that is, and I would just do normal there. AEB is autonomous emergency braking. Blind spot assist will be an alert only in your mirror there, which is just going to light up if someone's in your blind spot, and if you try to move lanes, it'll flash. But the assist portion will actually physically move you back into your lane safely if you're trying to move over with someone in your blind spot. Cross traffic monitor, it's going to beep at you whenever you back up and someone's coming down the lane at a grocery store or whatnot. It'll say left or right side. Steering assistance, so this is lane keep. You have a button here that you can turn off or on. So that's off, it's on. And you can adjust whether you want it to just physically vibrate in the steering wheel, either right hand or left hand side, if you're veering out of the lane, or actually physically assist you and prevent you from moving out of the lane automatically. Speed limit awareness, traffic sign recognition is here. Shows you the traffic or the speed limit signs as you pass by them. You can have it alert you if you're over 5 miles an hour or 10 or at the limit. It'll light up red around there, let you know that you're over the speed. Driving condition monitor will just tell you you need to rest if you've been driving nonstop for I think it's 4 hours. I don't know for sure on that one. Never seen it happen. So anyway, that's how to adjust the display panel here, or interactive driver display. I'm going to go back to 2-dial. So down here in the corner, you got your gas gauge. So right now we're pretty low on fuel, right there at a quarter left. So the upside down triangle will fill up, it'll go white all the way until you're full. That's your lane keep assist. These will turn green whenever it's reading the lanes, the camera is. Our parking brake is engaged at the moment. Right now that's the time, but we're on 24-hour mode. And then temperature, of course. This little guy, this is for your air suspension. So this is showing us right now that we're in the access height. If I start to raise the car, which is here, just hit the up arrow, it says normal height selected, and then it gets rid of the little icon. We go up to off-road mode, and then the icon comes back up, but now it has a up arrow. So now we're in off-road height. We can drive on this speed up to 50 or 55 miles an hour, then it'll start to drop down. All right, let's see. Cruise control here. So just hitting plus, they're set, it'll be good to go. That's when it sets the cruise control. There's no on or off switch. Cancel just cancels cruise, but the Drive Pro cars or driver assistance cars have the adaptive cruise distance indicators here. So closer distance, further away, you can adjust for adaptive cruise. All right, moving on. Oh, I guess we have heated steering wheel here, and then speed limiter. You can have it prevent you from going over whatever speed you set while you have cruise control on. I don't know why they have that. Hazards there. Your top screen is mainly for media, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, the factory nav, of course, but it's all touchscreen, nice and easy to use. Click on Bluetooth here, and you can quickly pair a device. It's really easy. Click it, it's ready, it's live. You just go to your phone and your settings and select the Range Rover Sport, and it connects. It's really simple stuff. Very, very good system there. The nav is good, it's fine, but you can use Google Maps and Apple Maps now, Waze. It's just so much better. It's updated all the time. But if you really needed to, you could. It works okay. Just click on those little boxes there, hit search, and you can type in an actual place that you want to go, like Walmart or Topgolf or something. You also can add your home address, so you can quickly press this arrow to home, and it'll, wherever you're at, take you directly to home by just pressing that button. Media. So you can use the arrows here to cycle through the different stations, or you can use your finger and swipe. You also can go to find, and you can search through all the stations that are popping up in the area. You can click on the the button here to search, directly. Like I know 100.3, so I'm just going to take me directly to 100.3. If there is an HD station set up for that station, it'll, yep, there we go. Now it's live on the HD station. If your car does not have that indicator and you know that this station has HD, well, all Range Rover Sports 18 to 22 at least will have HD. So you click on your settings here, you go to AM FM settings, and then make sure that HD is checked, and it'll pull the HD stations. I've noticed a lot of cars we get traded in do not have that checked, and so I think a lot of people miss out on that. So it's crisper sounding music. It sounds good. Clicking the settings here again though, going to audio settings in the bottom right, you can choose if you have the 825 watt system, Meridian, Dolby, or DTS. I think Meridian does sound the best. You can use your finger also to adjust where you want the music to come out, and then you can use your finger and slide if you want more bass, subwoofer, treble, etc. And I'd recommend tuning this because it's a very good system. It's very responsive to this here. So let's see. Going to source. If you had Bluetooth, it'd be labeled there. Band will change from AM FM. And your favorites, if you like this station, hit the star, and then all of your starred stations would be listed here, including AM. This box over here on the right hand side, if you had your phone connected, it would show your recent calls. And then here's a quick box for music. And then nav, if you have your point set up to go to, it'd give you turn-by-turn directions here. And the back button, back arrow, would take you back to your home screen, which is here. Let's see, clicking back on the settings. Display theme right now is on auto. It's daytime, so it's going to be bright. It's white. But you can manually select if you wanted the dark theme. The dark theme does flow very nice on these. It's a little bit more, I don't know, aesthetically pleasing. And then you can adjust the brightness by going back to settings, dragging this over, and then adjusting your screen angle here. So hitting plus or minus will raise or lower the screen. If you went into home settings, because we're on the home screen, home settings, you can change your wallpaper here if you want it to be something different. They're all very dark, but you can. Going back here to the settings icon, anytime that say you're in media or nav, this top icon, this top one, will show whatever app you're in. It'll be like media settings or navigation settings that will change based on whatever you're on. So let's see what else here. Go to the next page. Eco data is what it sounds like. Click on it and it goes through kind of your miles per gallon and how efficient you're being. Cameras, you can manually select your backup camera. If you do have the surround camera option, from here you'd be able to select different cameras. And then also if you go to settings, click on camera settings, you would have another section here that says list, and you can click to have your surround camera work with your backup camera. So they'll work together whenever you put it in reverse. But this car does not have the surround camera. So going back to home and then swiping over, you can manually select that you want to go to CarPlay or Auto. On these 18 to 22, even some 17s, it's all wired CarPlay or Android Auto. So you do have to connect your cord to this USB port there. It's in your armrest. Valet mode, that's what it sounds like. You pull up to the valet, you put in a temporary code, hop out of the car, hand the keys over to the valet. Valet tries to get into your glove box. I cannot get into these. These are locked. This is valet mode. So the only way I can get back into them, I hop back into the car after dinner. There we go. It unlocks everything. Web browser is what it sounds like. While you're parked, you can search the web once you're connected to Wi-Fi. Contacts will bring up your phone contacts. Voice will bring up commands and tutorials on how to use this system that Land Rover has for voice commands. 4x4 info. It's going to show your articulation in the suspension, or if your wheels are off the ground. And on the V8 cars, we'll have rear locking differential, so in center locking diff. So you'll see if the diff is locked here. It'll have two little lock icons. So it's kind of neat. You also have your slope, so that's pretty cool, and then a compass. And some of the off-road modes can be adjusted on the bottom screen. We'll go over that in a second. But vehicle dimensions. If you're going through a parking garage that's, it's small or low, you can actually click on here, change to feet, and you can see how tall the car is. Right now we're in off-road height, so if I drop the car, it will adjust to that height. There we go. So this is the normal height. And we're 5'11". You can also see your departure and approach angles based on it being in the normal height. Okay. Bottom screen. It's mainly for your driving modes, and then also auto start stop is here, and we're on the vehicle tab. So here, I'm going to for the camera, I'm going to change the theme real quick. Should help out a little bit. All right, so bottom screen is mainly for climate and for your terrain response. The seats, that's great, but you can do that through this here, your temperature adjustment. So if we're on the climate tab, wherever the green is selected is what's on, or which direction the air is coming out of, and then orange is selected here. So AC's on and recirculate's on. This is a front heated windshield if your car has that, and then rear defrost. Max defrost is here. If you hit it, it doesn't turn on. You have to hold your finger on it, and then it'll light up orange. Same with max AC. Right here you also see it says push for seats. So if I push this silver part in, it says -3 because I have the cooled seats on, but if I turn right, it'll adjust heated and cooled. And then heated and cooled for the right side. If you wanted to go into seats here and manually adjust, if you want your back or your butt to warm up, and then you can adjust the rear seats as well. This one just has heated in the rear. Pull this down, and then here's your radio. You got navigation up going. You also want to change the music. You can pull this down without getting off navigation. Let's see, we also have phone info if you swipe over, but you can just throw that back up and it gets rid of that screen. And then vehicle here, we have comfort, eco, grass, gravel, snow, mud, ruts, and sand. These are all off-road modes here. Comfort will be what most people use. Auto start stop here. Turn that off. And settings for this bottom screen you can adjust. So whenever the car starts up, you can choose between these. So most of the time we want climate. Turn the heat up or cool down. Then you can adjust the heated windscreen, rear defrost, auto blind, auto airflow, and air purity. So the auto blind would be whatever last position you left your blind in, then it'll go to whenever you get back in the car, whether it's open or closed. Auto airflow, so that'd be if you select auto, then it will be soft and quiet, balanced, or comfort, or powerful and fast. And then air purity, how increased filtering triggers faster recirculation of air. Great. I don't know. High, medium, low, off. I don't want it to turn off recirculate for me, so I just make sure that it's always on. But that, if you know, put it in the comments what that means. I still haven't figured it out. 4 years of working with this brand. All right, shifter. So here we have a trigger, parking button here, and then so we put it in drive. You see the S here, sport, we can knock that over. And if your car is equipped with paddle shifters, that's usually when they'll work, unless you have that setting changed. But if you just hit the P, it goes back into park. So we have stability control here. This button is blank. And then we have hill descent control here. If your car is equipped with the off-road pack or a V8, then you have a 2-speed transfer case here. And then we have the suspension adjustments. So we have air suspension. We have 3 different levels or 3 different modes. We have axis height, normal, and off-road. So you just click the arrows up or down to cycle through those 3. So right now I just selected axis height. You can also lock the axis height. So I'm going to click and hold this down, and it says okay to drive with caution, suspension locked at axis height. So you would do that, I guess, if you're in a low garage and you don't want it to raise. To get out of this, you hold down the up arrow until you hear the chime, and this is axis height selected. And then now it's going to automatically raise for you whenever you drive away. This is the terrain response, I guess, knob. So you can, if you're on climate screen here, you can twist this knob and automatically adjust your different off-road modes without having to go to that vehicle screen. All right, parking brake is automatic, so whenever you put it in drive or reverse, it will disengage or engage. This is a nice slot for cell phone. Same here. This could also fit your key. So you have the cover, and you also have storage underneath. So you have a USB down there that's good for charging a flashlight or whatnot. And the armrests, you have this first one for pad and pin. And then if your car is equipped with it, you have the refrigerator, which does frost up. It's just us sitting here. It's frosty. It gets really cold, but if you don't want to use it as a refrigerator, you can just turn it off and use it normally. The SIM card, you can go through AT&T and have a data plan with these cars. You just open up a new line, I guess. And then USB ports here for charging or Apple CarPlay. The Apple CarPlay will not work with this USB down here. These are armrests. So the little knob here, if you turn it left, it loosens it. So you can adjust it to wherever you like, and then you turn it the opposite direction, and it'll stay in that spot for you. So that is the point of those. Adjusting the headrests, it goes up and down. I'm sorry, it goes in and out, and then up and down for the headrests. It's going to be here. So you can raise or lower by going up or down. Then we have the raising of the seat, down and then back, forward. This is your lumbar. Going to the back, this is a coat hanger. It can be removed here. There's buttons on each side. You can take it out and use or exchange it for a iPad holder or something. Up and down arrows here for fan speed. This is not going to our feet, it's coming, normal. You have USBs down here. You do have vents up top if you have the 4-zone climate control, which we do here. Here we have a blind spot or a clear exit monitor, and that will let you know if someone's coming in next to you, parking next to you, so it will warn your passengers that, hey, someone's trying to park next to you. Don't open your door, be cautious. Okay, that was a lot. It's 30 minutes long. If you have any additional questions, I'm happy to answer them. This car only has so many options, so I wasn't able to cover everything. And if I'm wrong about anything, feel free to write it in the comments. I don't care. I'm happy to be wrong. I don't know if I was, just let me know. Anyway, you have any more questions, happy to help. Thanks for watching. Take care.